morning world. If you don't know what I'm doing right now, I am watching Stephanie's swap box. Yay, she's opening my stuff and I'm over here grinning like a fool. I'm so happy. So if you guys haven't checked that out yet by now, I will leave another link down in the description below. Go check her out. Not only check out the video of the things I sent her, but also just some of her videos. She's really cool and funny and very positive girl. It's a very, I feel like I tend to be not a very positive person, so if I start getting you down, totally go down to her, like, you know, YouTube, and she'll bring you right back up. And I'm just, like I said, I'm happy because I was very worried, especially after opening up her amazing swap box. I was like, oh my god, my stuff is gonna look ridiculous. Like, she's gonna be like, what is this? What's that? But of course she did it. She loved it. She loved it so far. So I'm sitting here grinning like a fool. I gotta make breakfast, but I want to finish watching this, so that's what I'm gonna do. Left me the smallest little baby amount of beans, and I put a little bit of salsa in it, but it just opened up my hunger. So I'm gonna cook up some beans and salsa and some tortillas to make myself some impromptu tacos and little Squirtle, War Turtle, and Blastoise cup that Chelsea got me for my birthday. Drinking some raspberry leaf tea. Here are the beans with salsa. I put some cheese in there. It didn't melt very well. Also, my tortillas came out a little bit too toasty. Scarlett is under the impression that I will give her some of my toasty tortilla. And you have food. I don't know what you're meowing about. So I'm here in the spare bedroom, about to put away some clothes. Bunch of clothes that don't fit me. Thanks to baby. So I'm going to put them in this box right here, but I am freaking out a little bit. Tomorrow is our appointment with the high-risk doctor, and I'm really happy, first and foremost, that people are taking me seriously with this pregnancy, because I feel like the last two, no one listened to me, and that's one of the most frustrating things. I have a big issue with asking people for help or letting people know when I'm in trouble or when I'm in pain or when I am fearful of something. I'm really nervous for tomorrow. Not so much nervous, I shouldn't say that. I'm rather, so many animals, I'm rather anxious for tomorrow. Like I said, I'm excited that people are taking me seriously, but I'm also, in the back of my mind, I understand that they're going to be doing more extensive tests and stuff like that. More extensive ultrasounds and this and the other. And I'm a little bit concerned on what they might find. What would I rather be? Would I rather be anxious because someone's taking me seriously and is going to take, you know, a further look into my pregnancy and they might find something wrong? Or would I rather be anxious in the sense that no one's listening to me and there might be something wrong and no one's doing anything about it? So just anxious and just nervous. Another thing that's really mind-boggling is that, like, we might get to see him tomorrow. And I don't know why I'm so, like, I don't know why that's getting to me so deeply. Like, we finally got out of the first trimester, and everything's good, nothing bad happened. And then tomorrow, I think it'll just be proof that, you know, that everything's alright, that everything's okay, that he's okay, and that we might actually have a chance. I am just so nervous and just so scared of letting myself be happy and excited with this pregnancy that I haven't let it sink in yet. And I think tomorrow, I don't know, I'm just getting myself a little bit too worked up. It's just the idea of seeing him tomorrow. Like, I don't know. I'm just really excited. And Scarlett apparently is protecting the dog food. And Prissy is being annoying, and Quincy is licking the carpet because that is what Quincy does. I don't know, so I'll get to see him, and then I think I'll just let myself be happy and excited, and, you know, just look forward to everything. And it's funny because a lot of you might think that, well, you know, I already started doing my baby shower invitations and planning my baby shower and already booked the venue and pretty much figured out everything that needs to be figured out. But I'm the type of person, I did this even with my with both of my weddings to Ray. It's just because I like focusing on something a little bit happier, because if I focus on that, I don't have to focus on any of the struggles or the hardships that go with getting there. If I just think about my you know, in this case, a party or a wedding or a baby shower, if I think about that, because, you know, you think weddings are fun. You get to eat cake on your weddings and everyone's happy. And with the baby shower as well, everybody's happy and, you know, everyone's waiting for your baby to show up. If I worry about those things, those honest to God, really things that don't even matter, then I don't have to worry about the actual, like, issues that come along with it. Like, I don't know, like what if I miscarry again, or what if the baby doesn't have a heartbeat, or what if there's something wrong with the baby, or what if, I don't know, what if it's not even a viable pregnancy, what if, I don't know, what if I lose it again? So it's much easier for me as a person to focus on happier things. And like I said, I did it with both of my weddings. Because with my first one, I married Raymond while he was, well, I didn't marry him. We had more of a commitment ceremony. And he was actually still a female. For a lot of you guys who might not know, Raymond is trans. So he was biologically born a female. He didn't transition until a few years ago. But I met him in high school as, you know, as a female. And we decided that we were going to have a commitment ceremony because at the time, gay marriage wasn't allowed. So, you know, and I knew the struggle that I was gonna have to face. A lot of people just, you know, my family, when I say my family, more so my parents, they weren't very too keen on the idea of me being, I guess, portrayed to the outside world as a lesbian, though I've never actually thought of myself as a lesbian. I have told people that I'm a lesbian, especially in high school, because I hate this negativity that comes with being like bisexual. We weren't keen on the whole lesbian wedding, and I know we also had to deal with a lot of people saying that, you know, it wasn't a real marriage, even though we both got married in wedding dresses, and I had the whole bouquet and the wedding rings, and I mean literally, when I say wedding, I mean wedding, like everything, and flower girl and everything. And even like the day of, I had people tell me like, oh, well, it's not real. And I knew I was going to face that. And I knew I was going to have, you know, just like all of this negativity and all of just this ridiculousness. And I'd have to face a lot of like conflicts. And it was funny because I feel like the only way I could do it was if I focused all of my energy and attention to my, like, just the planning of my wedding. And I did, and I survived, because here I am now. And then this time as well, when Raymond transitioned, it was a very hard thing for me. And it's not so much hard because he was going to, like, my wife was going to be now my husband. It wasn't anything like that. It was more so hard on the fact of, for me personally, it had nothing to do with him. And it was the idea that I had finally started feeling like I could accept myself as how the outside world saw me as. Like, you know, even though I think I'm bisexual, or even though I like to think I'm bisexual, when you're married to a woman, the world doesn't see you as bisexual. They see you as lesbian. Not one much for labels, so I don't like labeling myself, but the world will label you, so I'm like, well, Christ. I'm like, if I'm gonna get a label regardless, I want a label that I give myself at the very least. So that was very difficult, and when he decided to transition, it was really hard because I was just getting used to the world seeing me as a lesbian. My family, once again, my parents, were finally getting used to the idea of me being a lesbian, and I was just, you know, I was finally settling into this, I don't know, this idea that the world had for me. And when he decided to transition or to tell me about it, like totally uprooted me and everything. I was just like, I'm gonna have to find my own identity again, because now, as he is male and portrays male and the world sees him as male, everyone sees me as a straight person. And it's funny because, like I said, it shouldn't matter what the world sees me as, but it's sometimes very difficult because I don't feel like that's me. That time around too, the thing I focused on was our second wedding, because I just knew it was just going to be so difficult. Luckily for both of us, we had a lot of support on the fact that he was going to transition. Not a lot of people said any negative things, which was really surprising. I feel like because we've already shocked both of our families so much, I don't think anything we can do could really shock them anymore, which either is a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not sure yet. I get to see my baby tomorrow. I think it's because for the first time I'm saying this out loud. I haven't talked to anybody about this, not even Raymond. I mean, we kind of touched up on the subject yesterday. And also a little bit today. Because I told him that I'm just a little bit nervous on letting myself get excited. And he brought up a very good point. He's like, the baby could die when it's 3. And I'm like, oh my god, he's right. You know, and there's like... if I live my life that way, always worrying about the unknown, like fear in the corner or whatever, then I will never be happy, because I will always push it to the side. I will always be like, oh, well, when this happens, I'll let myself be happy. But then, of course, that ends up happening, and you don't let yourself be happy. So I gotta just let myself be happy. I think after tomorrow, after actually seeing him, I think everything will be good. I might seem to you guys that I compromise an awful lot with him, just on certain things, especially with the baby. Like, he'll say one thing, like he wanted to, originally, before we got pregnant, we were going to do, we were going to make our own baby food, but now he's gotten really into, baby-led weaning, and we've been reading a lot about that, and I've read several articles, and I understand, and it sounds good. It sounds really, really good. And I guess I never had a term for it, and like an actual term for it, because that's what I felt like I was going to do with my baby anyways. People were like, well, why weren't you going to make baby food? I'm like, yeah. And then it just seems like I compromise, or I let him choose a lot. But I want to, because this is his baby too. It's his, I mean, he's never, I mean, unless he throws out something ridiculously crazy that I, for one, don't believe in or don't agree with, or is just like completely absurd, I'll be like, no, my dude, we're not doing that. But he's always had such wonderful, he's a very informative person, and he's always researching things, and you know, he's going to be a really great dad. I guess I'll let you guys go for right now. The cat is driving me up a wall, and those clothes need to be put away. So no more tears. We get to see Blastoids tomorrow, and I got to unload all of my nonsense on you guys. I hope this wasn't that difficult to watch. About to mop, and my dude over here is looking at me like I lost my mind, like I've offended his ancestors. What is that face? I absolutely adore his face. Let me see your face. Can I see your face? Can I have your face? No, I want your face in the camera, not in my face. Apparently he doesn't want to give it to me if that's the stipulations. Tell the nice people at home what I did for you. I cut her nails. She hasn't had her nails cut in a while. I don't like cutting their nails, especially because they can go outside. And what if they were to get into an altercation with like another cat, or like, I don't know. I just don't like doing it, but she's really friendly, as you guys can see. And she likes to be pet, and then she needs into you like most cats do. But her nails were just so long that not only did it start hurting, it hurt, but ooh, Christy, be careful. But it would also, like, she'd tear up your clothes. I'm like, Prissy, I don't have clothes that fit as it is right now. And you're over here ruining the only clothes that fit me. Like, you gotta calm down. So, but she's happy now. Her nails are cut. And she can pet people. Or people can pet her with no messed up clothes. Mr. Black just made me dinner, and we are having the Daiya Supreme Pizza. It is super good. It's in the frozen section. You just put this bad boy in the oven, and you guys, it smells amazing. It smells like it's like delivery. Ah!
I'm tired. I'm tired. Are you tired? If you guys like today's vlog, you can give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.